welcome to Gluten-free Indian. Today we are going to be making pizza, and I learned the recipe for this pizza actually in Italy while we were traveling 2 years ago. Making a good pizza actually is not about the flour, it's not about the ingredients, yet it is, but there is a lot of process that goes into making a good pizza. I'm sure you have seen a lot of pizza recipes out there on YouTube or magazines. But this pizza recipe, I would say, is different because I'll be helping you with the technique. Making gluten-free pizza is not easy. So I think these little techniques and hacks will help you make the best pizza. Also, I'm going to talk about the brands that I have used. It's totally up to you to use the same brands, or you can even choose the brands that you like, whatever is available in your own country, in your own market. Also, I'm very happy that this is our first video that we have recorded for our website, which is exclusive. This is totally exclusive content. To access this content and many such exclusive recipes, you will have to come back to the website, check out the recipes if you like, download and try making the recipes at your home. Also, I will try to keep things very simple because I know a lot of you are not comfortable with cooking and baking on a regular basis, which is totally okay. So I try to do recipes that are easy to replicate at your own homes, right? So this is one of those recipes. It may seem difficult, but trust me, it's not. Okay, so what I have 3 cups of gluten-free bread flour, and the brand I have used is wheat-free bread mix. It is easily available. I will share the links with you. You can find the links on the blog. Again, you are free to use this brand or some other brand. You can also make this pizza with gluten-free all-purpose flour, but I prefer using the bread mix, or I sometimes use my own mix. Now, secondly, you need olive oil. I'm using Bertolli, I think, extra virgin olive oil. Then I'm using sugar, which is organic. You can use sugar, you can use honey, you can use maple syrup if you're vegan. I'm using pink salt. I'll be using garlic bread seasoning. This is from Kia brand. Again, totally up to you. If you want to use it, use it. Don't want to use it, you can choose your own brand. Then I have a food processor. Now, food processor is actually important for this recipe. I won't say that you will not be able to make without the food processor, because I have made the exact same pizza recipe without the food processor. Sometimes I'm just too lazy to kind of use too many gadgets and vessels around the house, so I just keep things simple. So but if you really want to kind of try this recipe for the first time, it'll be nice to have the food processor. If you don't have the food processor, you can even use a hand blender. So you need flour, you need oil, you have sugar, you have salt, and yeah, you're good to go. And I have dry yeast here. This yeast I buy from Modern Bazaar here in Gurgaon. Again, there are many brands available in the market. There is fresh yeast, there are powder yeast. You can really pick up whatever you're comfortable with. So this is dry active yeast. This is what I'm using today. So first, we are going to be making the yeast mix. So yeah, let's get started.
Now we need to make yeast solution. For this we need sugar, water and yeast. Let's begin now. So to a bowl, add 1.5 teaspoon of sugar. I'm using organic sugar. You can use honey, you can use maple syrup or just sugar. After this, you need to add hot water, but make sure the water is not too hot. If the water is too hot, it will kill the yeast. So I'll just touch the water and check the temperature. It's fine, I think. Let's add the water to this, and we'll be adding yeast after this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to touch the water again to make sure the temperature is fine. I think we can work with this. Cool. So let's add yeast. We'll be adding 1.5 teaspoon yeast. Let's mix it properly. Cover it and leave it aside for 10 to 15 minutes.
This is how the yeast is looking after 10 minutes. Now you can see that there is nice lather almost that has formed on top of the yeast, which means that this is great and we can use it. There are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind. Number one, that if you don't see a foam like this, which means that the quality of your yeast wasn't good. It could also mean that the temperature of your water was either too hot or too cold. That has actually killed the yeast. So make sure that the temperature of the water is not that hot, not that cold. When you touch the water with your finger, it should be okay to touch. So this is how it should look, and if the yeast looks like this, it is fantastic. Your pizza will come out perfect. For our pizza base, now this is 3 cups of flour. We are going to divide this into halves, which means 1.5 cups will remain here, 1.5 cup will go here. I'm going to add our yeast mixture, all of it. So remember, you're going to make a slurry right now. And this goes. So this is 1 cup of water, 1.5 cups of gluten-free flour. So I'm mixing it almost like the cake mix. And you see, this looks like your regular pancake batter. Now we need to cover this and leave this aside. So now the 5 minutes are up. This is our slurry. We'll add it to the food processor. Now I have taken the dough attachment. If you don't have a food processor, it's totally okay. You can take hand blender. If you don't have a hand blender, you can just skip this. You can use your spatula or a wooden spoon to do the same thing. Now to the food processor, I am adding this mixture. It is almost like thick cream at this point. Okay, so this is my Y waste, right? To this, we'll add the other part of flour, but we are not going to add all of it at once. We'll be doing this in parts. Time to put the attachment. Okay. We need to add this flour some more. At this point, the mixture is getting thicker. Let's add the olive oil here, all of it. Some more flour. As you can see now, it's getting harder and harder to run the machine, but it's okay, keep going. So this is how it looks currently. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of water, just a bit to loosen the flour. Or take out the dough and then leave it in a vessel for some time. Time to transfer this to another vessel, but make sure that you line the vessel with some olive oil so that later it's easy to remove the dough from this vessel. As you can see, the dough is not very thick. It is like a thick paste, and this is what we are going for. We need a thick paste for it. Later, I'll tell you how to fix this. Now that we have transferred the dough here, we will level this out a bit. Cover it and leave it to proof for 6 to 7 hours. So we are back after 7 hours approximately. This is how the dough looks. It has, as you can see, doubled in size. We'll dust our work surface with some flour. And knead this again very gently. Now we divide this into 2 parts, which means this one will make one pizza and this one will make another. Now that we have cut the dough into 2 pieces, we are going to make the pizza base. We'll put a bit of pressure in the middle and keep pushing outwards. And with the other hand, we'll try to build this wall so that we have a bit of height towards the edge of the pizza. Now this is a fairly simple process, but it needs a bit of patience. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Now with the other hand, you need to keep pressing inwards so that the wall is formed. Now if you see, with one hand I'm pressing outwards, but with the other hand I'm pressing inwards to make this wall. It's sticking to the work surface, which means we need to use some more flour. If you don't have a work surface this big, you can also do this on a piece of butter paper, parchment paper. Okay, as you can see, the size of this pizza has increased. There are some things that you get in the market. For example, there is a roller that is easily available on Amazon. It's a small roller. You can roll it in the middle of the pizza, and it makes the surface flat and automatically forms a wall around the edge of the pizza. So this looks good. Let's flatten it out a bit. If you like a thicker base, then you don't really need to spread this out so much, because I like thin pizzas. So I'm trying to make the base thin. Pizza dough is ready and it's looking very good. Can you see the size? Okay, so if you remember, I haven't added any salt yet. So I'm going to sprinkle some pink salt here. There goes the pizza sauce. On top of this, we'll be applying a bit of olive oil. Goes some olive oil. Mix it nicely. Okay, so I like to add some garlic. I'll tell you why. Because garlic adds a very good flavor. It's almost, the pizza tastes like garlic bread and pizza both. So it's totally up to you. I prefer garlic, so I'm going to be adding some garlic. And I'm making a non-vegetarian pizza. You can, as you know, you can add any toppings to your pizza. You can add garlic, you can add onion, chicken, capsicum, whatever. So today I'm adding garlic. This is some chili flakes, some oregano. So this is a mix of dry spices, oregano, parsley, etc. You can add it, you can skip it, totally up to you. Now this is some chicken breast that I had, smoked chicken breast. Pizza making is actually not very tough if you follow the same steps that I taught you today. You'll be fine. Trust me. It doesn't really need a genius to make this pizza. It's if you can see, the base is really nice. It's thin. It's sturdy. It really didn't even take that much time, honestly. Kneading the dough is easy. So I'm using processed pizza cheese today. I wanted to use fresh mozzarella, but I couldn't find it. So load up with cheese. Use the cheese that you like. I think this is good enough. Some more chili flakes. Some more oregano. And while I'm doing this, the oven is already set at 180 degrees. It's preheating. We are just going to get the pizza from here and put it in the oven to bake at 180 degrees. So this is a piece of parchment paper. I am going to slide it underneath the pizza. See? It's that simple. There you go. Pizza looks so good, huh? Okay, so I'm going to bake this in the oven at 180 degrees. Now, it totally depends on the quality of your oven. In my oven, it takes 12 to 15 minutes to bake in the middle rack. So let's go. Let's bake this pizza. So the pizza is done. It looks fantastic actually. If you see, this is nice and soft. The base is also soft. Can you see? See how soft this is? Okay. nice and soft pizza. You can fold it. It really doesn't look like gluten-free pizza. Trust me, it doesn't look like gluten-free pizza. It will not taste like gluten-free pizza. So let's take a bite and see how it is. Oh my God. I hope you guys make this pizza at home. It is really easy. If you have any problem making this, email me, send me a message on Instagram, YouTube, wherever, and I'll be more than happy to answer to your queries. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and I hope you'll come back for more recipes. Thank you. Go to our Instagram page if you haven't already. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because we have some amazing recipes coming up. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.